There are so many dried leaves around here because it's been so windy these past few weeks here in my place. Don't you know that we can use these leaves for drawing? For today's lesson, I will teach you how to use the charcoal pencil to make shapes and values. First of all, you have to familiarize yourself on how to use a charcoal pencil. Before using it, be sure that it is sharpened. Use a cutter to sharpen your charcoal pencil by exposing about 1/4 inch of the tip. Charcoal pencils are made by putting compressed charcoal made of charcoal powder and gum or wax binder into a wooden jacket or paper jacket like a grease pencil. Be careful never to drop the charcoal pencil on the floor or on a hard surface, or else the charcoal inside the wood casing will break. Charcoal pencil is very brittle and should be handled with care. Make a value scale with 9 ranges. Number 1 should be left blank and number 9 should be the darkest. Start building up the value scale from dark to light and use the value scale as your guide for shading your object. Go out of the room and look for dried fallen leaves from a tree. Choose medium-sized light-colored leaf of a jackfruit tree, talisay tree, santal tree, marang tree, or any interesting leaf that is the same or bigger than the size of your palm of your hand. For this demonstration, I am using a dried jackfruit leaf. Most fresh leaves have the tendency to shrink and shrivel after a few hours of using it as your model object. For this lesson, you will use the power of your observation. Study the shape of the leaves. How do the veins look like? Touch the leaf and run your fingers over the surface. How does it feel? Look at the front and side of the leaf. How does it look like if you directly let it face the light? Go to a well-lighted space but not directly under the sun. You may work near a window or in an open balcony that is receiving indirect natural light. Place the leaf on a piece of paper. Study the tonal contrast between the dried leaf and the white surface. You may draw on top of a table or a tilted plywood surface or an artist's easel. Draw on a comfortable working space. There are 4 basic drawing techniques that I will share to you through my demonstration. First is outline and contour line. These are the lines that define the shape of an object. The outline is the line that encloses the shape. Whereas the contour line is the line or lines that describes the parts of the shape. Second is scale and proportion. The relationship of the different parts within an object or the relationship of the parts and size between 2 or more objects beside each other or their size relationship within the space they are found. Third is perspective. It is the way to draw 3-dimensional objects in a 2-dimensional surface by giving the right impression of their height, width, depth, and position in relation to each other. They may be expressed through linear or atmospheric perspective. And fourth is texture and value, the roughness or smoothness of an object and the lightness and darkness of a surface. Texture and value complements each other on how they behave in relation to the angle, direction, or intensity of light cast on an object's surface. We will apply the basic techniques on a charcoal drawing of a dried leaf with a white background. Make your first charcoal pencil drawing on an Oslo paper. As you begin, consider the basic geometric shapes of your objects, just like how you did it in Module 3. Render the basic outlines by lightly drawing them on the Oslo paper. Once you have established the overall shape and proportion of the dried leaf, roughly render its overall shape. Once you are satisfied with the overall shape and proportion of the object, redraw all the outlines and contour lines of the object. Continue to build up the drawing and take time to assess the details of the different shapes that you will find on the object. Pay particular attention to the position of the individual parts by assessing the way they look in front, on the side, and at the back. Remove any construction lines visible on your drawing and refine all outlines and contour lines of your drawing. At this stage, your drawing should at least resemble the actual dried leaf that you are copying. You may add a series of contour lines to further establish the raised and sunken areas, folds, curved, slightly hidden, smooth, and rough areas. This is the stage when you need to tidy up your drawing with the use of your rubber or kneadable eraser. Now start adding the shading from the light to dark based on how you see the dried leaf on the white surface. Try your best to achieve the 9 different value ranges in your drawing in order to come up with a more or less realistic looking rendition of a dried leaf. Use your rubber eraser to adjust the lightness or darkness of the different values on your drawing. Be sure to illustrate the shadow cast by the dried leaf on the surface to give it a three-dimensional quality. Repeat steps 5 to 13 by drawing the dried leaf with a dark background. Increase the contrast between the light and dark tones as well as the texture of the leaf. The leaf should at least look as if it moves forward from dark background or surface. Finish your drawing by tidying up your drawing by erasing unwanted lines and marks. Use your eraser to make adjustments to create contrast. Soften your edges to create depth and perspective. Now that you have learned how to render an object with white and dark background, I'm encouraging you to post your photos and videos on our FB group by using hashtag #SOAVisualArts. That's all for today. I will now welcome your questions and clarifications on this lesson.